we have all the VRSs. The VRS Combi, the Mark 1 VRS, the Lora VRS, and finally the Octavia VRS 230. VRS is Skoda's segment for motorsports, and these cars came to India from the year 2001, and VRS means Victor Rally Sport. This was the first car which made it to India with the badge VRS. This was also the first car which brought turbocharged petrol engines to India. It has a huge fan following till date and it is very powerful. There are tuning potentials which you can see on roads where there are cars like running with 300 plus horsepower right now. And then came this car, a very bold decision from Skoda, the Octavia Combi. This car has the same power output as the Mark 1 which we saw before, and the major plus point is that this has a huge boot, which is thanks to the practicality of the station wagon shape, right? And this car is pretty rare. We actually don't know what the right numbers are. If you know them, please do comment down below. Then in the year 2009, the Lora came into the Indian market. There was a huge gap between the Mark 1 VRS which stopped in India in the year 2007 and the enthusiasts wanted more. So in 2011, Skoda came up with the Lora VRS. The Skoda Lora in other countries was called as the Mark II Octavia. After the Mark 1 Octavia, there was a brief period where there was a pre-facelift of the Lora. And then came the facelift. So this one is a facelift. The pre-facelift was mostly diesel and nobody actually knows much about that car. And then came the VRS in the segment. Then in the year 2017 came the Octavia VRS 230. This was sold in India as a CKD unit and 450 units were being sold. Later on in the year 2019 came the Octavia VRS 245, which was sold around 200 units in India. And they had a hard time selling because the price was just too high. Talking about engines, both the Mark 1 VRS and the Mark 1 VRS Combi comes with the same engines. These are 1.8 liter turbocharged petrol engines which produces 210 Newton meters of torque and 150 brake horsepower. Both of them are manual transmissions. The Lora VRS comes with a 1.8 liter turbocharged petrol engine. It produces 160 bhp and 220 Newton meters of torque. The engine is same as the Skoda Lora TSI, but there is a huge difference when you ride the vehicle. There are mechanical changes in the steering, the suspension and things like that. You just need to drive one to know the huge difference. This Octavia VRS came with a 2 liter petrol engine. It produces 230 bhp and a whopping 350 Newton meters of torque. Now in these collections, these three cars, the Mark 1, the Mark 2 and the Mark 3 is owned by one single person. So let me welcome him, Mr. Arjun. Please come forward.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So, please tell me how this journey started. You have all the three of them. So how did it start and where is it going to?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. The first car was the Mark 1.
Okay.
It was something that a friend of me were both looking to get, and when we were looking in the market, we were like, what to get, what would be something fun as a project. And we were looking at other cars, but he's like, dude, check out the Mark 1. I'm like, yeah, it's been a while, since that it was also there. Okay, fine, let's check out a turbo car. He was like, let's go for a turbo.
And this was back in which time?
This was in 2020.
20.
This was like peak lockdown, post-lockdown actually,
okay.
Where like we were thinking, okay, fine, what do we do?
Cool.
And that's when another car came in. It was a DL car.
Okay.
The car had a life, and like I said this before, it had an afterlife. I was experiencing the afterlife of the car and did a lot of work to it, but towards the end, it went to different hands, different mechanics. They just weren't able to, justify in terms of the work they were doing. And spend a lot of money, in fact, almost double the price of what I paid for it.
Oh God.
And towards the end, we were like, you know what, let's just get rid of this car.
Okay.
And luckily, this one came up. This was parked in Mysore.
Okay.
And the person who owned it only did like highway runs.
Okay.
So he also told me that, instead of you coming to Mysore and checking out the car, I'll drive to you right now.
Wow.
But he was that confident in the vehicle. And a friend of mine, we all drove in. We drove to Mysore, saw the car, liked it. It wasn't in its great shape,
Okay.
but luckily to get a K at that moment, getting a Mark 1.
Nice.
And it's been beautiful. It's been like exactly what initially what we thought our Mark 1 would be. This has
Correct.
been that car for us.
Awesome.
And I truly enjoy it. Like, you know, it's one car that really urges you to drive. Even though these cars are parked, but this is something that, you know, always wants to be driven.
Come drive me.
Yeah. And this has a soul. I truly believe in it. And it's been really well taken care of. Shout out to Sri Sai Automotive in JP Nagar, father and son duo.
Okay.
And literally it only goes for its yearly maintenance. After that, no
issues.
And like when people talk about reliability and all that, I think it's always about the person behind it who's also working on the vehicle.
True.
And massive shout out, because like these two cars both go there, no issues, man. Like it only goes for periodic services.
Awesome.
Nothing else.
So after this, which car?
So after this, we actually went on and I got the 230.
Okay, this one.
Yeah,
okay.
This one. But a pretty interesting story also. This came through somebody who really didn't understand the vehicle that much. It was just that he liked the color, and he was very, very like, you know, ecstatic to know that a car like this existed in the market.
Okay.
And even when I saw the vehicle, test drove it, and at that moment where I was literally, I shifted the gear into sport mode, and he's like, "What is this for?" I was like, "This is for your sport mode."
Wait, he didn't know there was a sport mode.
So he thought the S mode was for something you do in the ghats. So he's like, when I've taken it to Goa and all that, so he's done pretty crazy trips with it. A lot of memories. He's shown me a lot of photos with his wife and him enjoying this vehicle.
Nice.
It was a parting, like he felt really sad, but he was very happy that, you know, that the car was going
to good hands.
Yeah, and that was something that I always tell all the people that we buy the car from, that, you know, like it'll go to a good home.
True.
And taken well care of. True. And see what more we can extract from it. And, you know, like basically these are cars that will never come back to India, you know.
Actually.
So just make use of it.
And very limited also.
Very limited. And right now they're getting their street cred also. This car already had its street cred. This one is already pretty well known.
Yeah.
Is this the Lora right now that is getting there also? In terms of, I think over the last probably 4 or 5 years.
True.
For new people coming into the scene, it has picked up.
Okay.
But I'm sure I mean, it's already proven as a vehicle, and a lot of people still, like, whenever someone says Lora, they'll be like, is it tuned? You know, that's the first question. So that's been a cult sort of following that these three cars have.
Nice.
And yeah, when this came through it's been really lovely for me.
Of course,
been my lucky car. Like
you've never used sport mode before.
Yeah, I mean, like after that also taking it to the track, it's done, it's proven, it's put like a lot of other cars to shame.
Nice.
And even though like there's so much potential in this car, it's something that I want to daily drive. I want to keep also for a very long time.
Got it.
There are a lot of two minds that, okay, what if I sell this and get something else?
True.
But whenever I get back and sit in this car, I'm like, man, there's nothing that is going to come close to this.
True.
So it's been really nice. It's been very lucky for me as a car, you know.
Really?
So I
nice.
really like, it's now become like my personality. When people see this car, they know, you know, it's recognizable.
Okay.
So
Arjun is here.
Yeah, so it's like, it's nice also. And trust me, for the like bang for buck, this car comes into it. You will not find something like this in the market unless you're spending close to like 40-50 lakhs.
Nice.
Or you're just going to buy a used car which will have a lot of issues in ownership.
True.
So yeah, this has been crazy for me, man.
So then came the Lora. Tell me about the Lora.
Yeah, so actually before this was a 1.8 TSI that I owned.
Yeah.
You've already got that shot, and
True.
that got sold. I was looking to get something to replace it with, and I think replacing a Lora is with the Lora itself.
Yeah.
There is a massive difference when I've driven these cars extensively, like from a 1.8 to a 1.8 VRS. People say it's only aesthetic. I don't buy that right now, because I've owned both, I've driven both. This has much more of a feel-good factor when you're driving. The feedback that you get, the steering rack, the suspension, it is different. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So this is also a stage 1 plus tune, similar to what was the 1.8. And I see a massive difference in, you know, how I drive this car.
Nice.
This is a crazy car to have in terms of like the potential. It goes for drag races now. I started taking part. So I take part in different categories of like segments of races that are happening in Bangalore.
Nice.
And both have been proven to me. The 230 is there for your track. This is for more of a drag spec that we want to make this eventually.
Nice.
So remove all the seats, like, you know, do a lot of weight shedding. That's the plan with this vehicle. And dear tuner friend also came forward and said like he'll like to build this car with me on that. So that's something I look forward to.
Awesome.
I want to see this car also. I want to see it, you know, get there, and it has serious potential.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's been the journey of this car. Again, very lucky. I think it's the blue colors that comes in.
Actually.
Yeah, and everywhere this car goes now, everyone just realizes that what a, like you'll not see this car.
I
ever
mean, your
again.
stickers also give you that look that okay, this is Arjun's car, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like an identity. I mean, we love cars at home. Also grateful, they all are car enthusiasts. They all
Yeah.
look forward. My brother.
So in your
also.
family, how many cars are there right
So
now?
as of now, there are a couple of cars, a lot of WAG cars.
Okay.
They're just for their solid build and how their cars perform and the
Nice.
reliability also. And my brother also is a car enthusiast, so it's always nice to have that.
Both of you.
Yeah, both of us always looking at cars, looking at what next.
Nice.
And yeah, very grateful for it, man. We just want to grow it and make it like an enthusiast garage, like things that, because predominantly most of us drive at home itself.
Awesome.
And we just want it to be like a fun sort of garage where you can just get into any car and it's giving you miles. I mean, smiles for miles.
True,
That's how it
true,
works.
true, true. So thank you so much for letting me have all
Most
these cars.
welcome.
Thank
Most
you
welcome.
so much.
Most welcome, Philip.
The next in the lineup is the Combi. This is again Arjun's friend itself. Kushal, please come forward. Thanks for giving me this car for the review.
My pleasure.
So tell me your story. How did you end up with this Combi, which is super rare?
So basically, I'm looking for a car that I could use over the weekend, and I have a dog at home.
Okay.
Predominantly, it was for him. So I was
Okay.
obviously looking for a lot of space.
A VRS for a dog.
I mean, it initially did pop up, right? So this
Nice.
car actually came to us probably a year before that, and we
Okay.
were in talks with the guy who had it in Pune,
Nice.
and it didn't sort of fall through.
Okay.
So we kept, going in, and this is when Beer had picked up his Mark 1 as well.
Okay.
So I've driven his Mark 1 and I'm like, dude, I've had the diesels.
Okay.
I've had Skodas, I've had the Lora, the Octavia.
So you also had a history of having.
Yeah, but I've never had a
bags.
petrol. So when
Okay.
I drove the petrol, I'm like, dude, this is fun. And it's a turbo petrol at the end of it, right?
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, fine, let's try and, hone on this guy and, get the car out of his hands. He eventually did. And the car came to me at a very, very bad state.
Okay.
So we literally took about a year to get it back to its original state, and it's still under
So
undergoing
it's
a
under
lot more.
restoration right now.
The mechanically, I think it's fully sound.
Okay.
So now obviously a lot more cosmetic, and then slowly get it to a stage 1 or a stage 2.
Nice.
And, yeah.
So how's people's response when they see this car?
when I drive the car around, obviously with the front end looks like the Mark 1.
Octavia.
So they look at it and they're like, oh, it's an old Skoda. Then they look at the back and they're like, oh, what is this? There are very few cars. I think probably.
Yeah, the Alturas,
the group that I am on.
Indigos.
Yeah, no, the group that I'm on, probably there are only 4 more cars.
Oh,
with
the
these.
VRS,
The VRS,
specifically. Okay. So,
So we still.
in your knowledge, how many OG VRS combis are there?
So there is that one really famous speech that's been doing the rounds in Kerala.
Yeah.
Then there was another one in Bombay,
Okay.
and another one in Bangalore that I've seen, a black color one.
Okay.
So currently, meaning that now that I know of, only 4.
That's all.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
So, if anybody else has it, please comment down below. Reach out to us. Let's see how many is actually there in India, right? Cool. So, thank you so much again. It was great having you. Thank you so much. If you really like this video, I'll make sure I'm driving each and every one of them and reviewing them individually. Just make sure you give the proper likes for the video. I'll see you guys in another video with another car. Until then, goodbye.